Namaste. Namaste, beloved family. I hope everybody is doing fine. I hope everybody is alive. We are alive more every day. With every death, we are more alive. And this is what I want to speak about. I want to speak about our project that we are in now, Ascension. Many think is a fantasy. Many are awakened, but as life is in this matrix hits them, it's just a hobby. Ascension is just a hobby. It's just some fantasy. They say this world is real, this struggle is real, this disease is real. So sometimes we see that actually we are awakened and we are following, we are reading, but when reality strikes, we act like Ascension is not real. Anyway, before some people gather, I want to bless us all with some incense, please. Let us all be blessed and let us all be purified and let us all ascend, because this ascension is very real. It's real, you know. You are becoming. May you be blessed to become just as Christ. This is Christ consciousness. That what Christ exhibited 2000 years ago is what is your birthright now, is what you can achieve. Only if you want. I choose, I want. I choose, I want. And I am half finished. In my consciousness, I'm done. In my body, I'm finishing up. But consciousness will never finish up. This is infinite expansion. Even God is growing. Source is non-stop growing. So why do we think we are finished at some point? But there is a finish point. There is ascension. There is where you become Christ-like. I'm not there yet. In consciousness, I'm enlightened, yes, but I haven't even started my growing. I haven't even started my ascension. That's the reality. And some think they already finished it, but I see they don't know nothing. Okay. Anyway, okay, I love Christ so much that I look like him and speak like him and everything, okay? But he was not the only one. We have to understand. This is not about Jesus. This is not about Messiah. This is not about anything else. If you read the story of Krishna, you see he did far greater things than Jesus. But he is forgotten in time. In India, not. You know, Jesus did not do that kind of things like Krishna did. Krishna did extraordinary things. And I really feel we can achieve even that, what Krishna did that time. And there was Buddha. And there was so many Christ-like beings. And now, in this time, there are more than many. It was always one avatar who made the leap, quantum leap in consciousness of humanity. But this is not the case now. Now is not the case that somebody will come, some avatar, some Christ, some Krishna or whatever, to take us to the golden age. No, 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 no. This is Christ consciousness. This is Krishna consciousness. This is Buddha consciousness. This is love consciousness. And you are the one you are waiting for. You know. You are not waiting for anyone to save you. No one is greater than you. You have to understand this. Whatever Krishna exhibited, whatever any great avatar, whatever Jesus exhibited, whatever anyone exhibited, it's just showing you what you have within, who you are, how you can heal, what kind of miracles you can do, what kind of greater things you can do, how you can roar, the truth you can speak, you being the truth with no doubt. the power. That's why I say I didn't even start it yet. Because last year I thought I'm finished. Now I just see that this is nothing. This is just logging out of the matrix. This is just end. And now beginning start and ascension starts. We have to take this seriously. And I don't mean seriously like get old and serious. The best to take it seriously is to laugh at it. Take it as a joke. Your heart open. Even if you are semi-religious still, and you think there is somebody who is come to save you, and there is some Messiah who is to take us into the golden age, even in that, if you have that conception, even then you can choose ascension. I can tell you why. I hope nobody religious is listening, but just to tell you that I'm not close-minded. You can say, God, I don't know what is true, but please, let me embody the highest that you know for me that it is possible. In this way, even if you are semi-religious still, in this way you take shelter at so-called God or source or universe or however you call that I am. I don't mean I am, but that I am. And I mean I am also, and I mean you. And when you take shelter, you say, God, let me embody the highest version of myself that is possible. And you have no fear. You took shelter. So even if you are religious, you can still choose the highest. And I give you my word, if you really empty your cup and you ask this from the heart, sources to reveal you this truth, what I'm speaking you now, that you are just as same as Christ, and every human being in reality within is like an egg within a heart waiting to be hatched out. Whatever Christ shown, whatever Krishna shown, whatever anyone shown, was just showing you and me that we can do greater things. And why would Jesus say that you can do greater things if he would not mean it? If he wanted you to be slave of the Lord, that is shit, religious shit, bullshit. Don't get stuck on this old religious shit. This will never make you ascend. This will only take you to remain a slave in this matrix of lords who want to be lords and have nothing to do with Krishna. I hate when they say Lord Krishna. I say this hate word, but when they say Lord Jesus, Lord Krishna, and not Krishna and not Jesus, they didn't want to be lords. Lords are archons. They made lords out of them, so they can enslave humanity under the pretext of Jesus, under the pretext of Krishna. In India is saying they have Lord Krishna, the Savior, waiting him on a white horse to come. And same is invest in Jesus. So these two characters, but this is not who they were. They were just showing to you and me who we are in reality. But the religion is showing to us who we are not, wants us to remain slaves. And this is not ascension. If you are holding on to religion, to being a slave, being a sinner, always having some great Lord above you, that you are a slave, that you have to fear, and he has to save you, you remain a victim. Do not become a master. You remain a victim who needs to be saved. You don't step into your power. You don't claim that what Christ wanted to give you, to do greater things. Because in reality, once, thousands years ago, not every one of us. Some of us are here few lives. Some of us are here for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And many of us, when we came here, We actually came as this great being that we read in the scripture. And now maybe that being is in many bodies. The soul got fragmented. Consciousness got lost. And now they are waiting for Jesus. I see there are so many Jesuses here in this world, but they don't know themselves maybe. Only few of us, I mean them, I mean us, know who we are. This is, they're waiting for somebody, but everybody is already here. And we are waiting for ourselves to become the one we are waiting for. I choose to be. I don't care what they say. God knows. You have to choose also, because you are that magnificent being that you worship, maybe, that you hold on above you. Your higher self is actually you on the other side of the veil, reminding you who you are. You with no amnesia, with no veil of this world, sending messages to you. Hey, I'm you. I'm that greatness. Angels don't want to be worshipped. Ascended masters don't want to be worshipped, because in reality, you are them. Your higher self has sent down to earth the parcel of its soul to embody in this world. And it is you. It is you. When you know yourself, when you remember yourself, you are to know yourself. That's why I say many times that it's hard to be me, because people think that I'm not alive. God knows. So why would I care? Anyway, I would not go into this. I want to speak about something else. I went a little bit off-road. I want to speak about my 20-year ascension symptoms. What happened to me in this 20 years? What things healed within me? The condition I was 20 years ago and where I am now. This video may be long, but no problem. I know by myself what I experienced through myself, on myself in these years, that ascension is real. I have terrible childhood, sexual abuse, parents left in nuclear bomb, violence, everything. Then in teenage years, drugs, bad company, even a gang. I seen death all around me. I thought I'm to die of drugs or of something else, or somebody else. Because of all my traumas, because of all my drugs, because of my sensitivity and everything that I have witnessed in my early life. That's why at age of 21, I left to India, because it was enough for me. I was so sensitive and so destroyed. My old friends actually thought I died, because they were telling me you will not survive till 22. We're finished. And when I left in India, when they saw that I'm not here anymore, they thought I'm dead. And then I came like risen from death back, a new person. I had so many mental disorders. Doctors were telling this will never heal. I never took one pill that they prescribed. That's why I went to India. I knew through my soul only meditation can heal me. But I was in such terrible condition here, and in my body, all destroyed. My spine had holes in it. Spina bifida. Doctor said at 35 you will walk by sticks. At 36, I'm like Bruce Lee. I'm breaking bricks with his hand. I'm doing things with my body that I couldn't do at age of 20. I'm doing things with my mind that I could not do when I was young. All my anxiety, no depression anymore, no bipolar, no psychosis, nothing. Clear, crazy mind. But crazy, I mean divine crazy. Everything got healed. My back. I went to X-ray. Doctor said it's not possible. What? You have no more holes in your spine and your bone is strong. It was weak before. I have osteoarthritis. Now my back is like a Terminator. And never, doctors did not help me with anything in my body and anything in my mind. Nothing. They almost killed me. Always when I went to hospital, I didn't know if I would come back. That's how they helped me. I helped myself with meditation, with studying alternative medicine, with my faith. That's why I don't like when I say here I have toothache, please send me prayers, and they give me all advices. Hey, I'm so full of advices because I was full of shit, and it's 20 years ago. I studied everything. When they give me advice, hey, I know this, I'm using this stuff, you know. But the main thing that healed my body and my mind was my faith. I did not know that time when I started spirituality, when I got awakened, I did not know nothing about ascension, but I knew about enlightenment. I went to India. I was in ascension process, but I just didn't call it like that. You know, I just knew the source and nothing else. I didn't know no aliens. I didn't know nothing what we are doing here. I was just focusing on the source and on enlightenment and nothing else, and on healing. Somehow source till 2016. I mean, 15 years of my grand spiritual work has kept all this away from me. I was focusing only on source, only on love, nothing else. Maybe I was too sensitive. Source didn't want to give me that information. I did not need it. I needed only meditation. I needed only my spiritual work. I needed only to focus on the source of all sources. And this I was doing. And actually all this, our stuff revealed to me when I was almost done already. You know, that's why it's not hard for me this 3 years. I done everything before. It's very easy. But yes, when I went to India, I didn't know if I would live 1 year more. I took so much of synthetic drugs, ecstasy, and this, that my brain was literally, I felt it's all melted inside. Everything I felt, it's like really literally hurted everything on my head, down here, everything. I really felt it's like eaten up. It was insane. My anxiety because of that and because of traumas was like that. It's nobody, if somebody just showed me a finger, I started screaming. I started like this completely. It was my poor grandmother. She got something sometimes. My screaming. I was in bad condition, completely in bad condition, mentally, spiritually, physically. Completely bad position, attacking by demons, everything. I thought something will kill me. I don't know what, but I knew I will not kill myself. So let something kill me. I'll not kill myself. And I remember that time, you know, when I was so destroyed completely, my head like melted, burning inside. I felt this is all about with drugs and this shit. I knew. I was always from childhood, I had connection with source, with God. I was speaking with God always. And I knew And that time I just said, oh, how beautiful it would be if I would receive new body, new mind. And that my prayer was sincere. So after 2 decades, it happened. I'm younger than anyone. I'm younger than I was back then. I'm more healthy than I was back then. I'm wiser than I was back then. Back then, I was not in good condition. Now I'm perfect. Not perfect, but perfect condition. So, first, what happened? That was before I went to India. When I awakened, this was maybe 18 years ago or something like that. And I was awakened maybe 2 years before, but really got activated that time. I just read in one book that it is not good to eat meat. I just stopped eating meat that time. Like, punk! And what happened after? What happened after? It was like in Indian books of great saints, if you read stories. I was 3 months dancing in forest, in parks, yelling, spinning, like I would be, I don't know, on life trip or something. I stopped all the drugs, everything, alcohol, everything, meat, everything. Such divine ecstasy awakened in my heart, in my entire being. I just stopped everything in one day. You know, I lost from 80 kg, I got on 50 kg. In few days, I lost. Grandmother was thinking he's dying. He's crazy. He's speaking some Indian stuff. He's dancing in forest. He's what? Everybody was afraid of me because I was skinny. I'm now skinny. I have 70 kg. Okay. But that time, imagine me with 20 kg less. Yeah. Such intense first activation of light body I got because my sacrifice was so big. I have given everything, and I got immediately. And that time I knew, I didn't call it ascension, but that time I knew this life I will get enlightened. This life I'll become a master because I knew what was happening to me. And it was such divine ecstasy that no drug and nothing could ever compare with this. I was dancing, I was going crazy, and that time my family didn't accept. When I was studying in the capital, I had roommates who were partying all night. My brother wanted to kill me at home because I didn't want to cook him meat. I'm like this. When I stopped meat, I stopped because I knew it's bad for me. So I will not give to my brother. I love my brother. I will not give you poison. I will not give you death. And he could not accept it, and it was really seen that he had a knife in his hand. I had to run to the capital, and in capital, my roommate was, my roommate was partying all days, all nights long. I could not get anywhere peace. And that time, I met some people, and I met like this, and India opened to me, and it was the only place that I could go. And I really wanted to go. So you see, sometimes everything breaks. Or somebody say life is breaking. To me, that time when I got greatest spiritual gift, God took everything away from me. My family was against me. I had no place anymore in my country. I had nothing. I could only leave everything and go. So you see, it always comes. Some are just awakened like I was that time, maybe now 2, 3 years, and these things are happening to you. Your family rejects you, you lose your home, you cannot do this. This was happening to me. Actually, so intense that everything what I had in this world in just few days broke apart. And I had no other possibility than to choose the new and go after the new. You know, only one who supported me was my mother, who is here on Facebook and loving me, but she was in Germany because we did not live together, but she was always supporting me even that time. She's unconditional love. She didn't know what I'm doing, what is happening. Grandmother told her, he's so skinny, he went crazy. But she told me on the phone, you do what is in your heart. I will be sad, I'm crying, but you must do what is in your heart. And that's my mother, and that's why I love my mother so much. Although we were not living together, although she had to leave and could not take me with her, she's just, I don't know. That's why I dedicate sometimes very beautiful writings to her so she can see. My mother was always with me, although she was never physically with me. That's so beautiful to have such a mother. And I feel to have mother's love like this, it's really speeded up my process. Because my own mother, from whom womb I came out, supported my path. Always, even though she was afraid and did not know what the fuck is happening with me. But she said, you want to do that? This is in your heart? Okay. I'm crying. I'll maybe never see you again. But you know, when your father wanted to kill me and I went to Germany, I had to leave. And how can I then tell you don't go if I did same? You know, my mother is so amazing. I'm going off topic now, giving love to my mother, but that's my mother. Is there. Yanya Enes, she's here. Facebook friend. She has her surname from her ex-husband in Germany. You know, it was beautiful. So like this, I really went and I dedicated myself. I will not go now because I made another video about, now I'm already speaking half an hour and he didn't say nothing about what I want to speak. In India, I really dedicated myself. I realized everything can heal. I saw miracles. I saw yogis doing miracles. I just saw this is real. And I was there, you know. And many things heal, little things. But then when after years being in India, when I came back, actually real crazy ascension symptoms and activations started around 2012 for me. Before it was just growing, releasing, diving deep, you know. And I want to tell you something. Everything in your body, everything, and in your mind, every single cell in your body is to be changed for crystalline silicon-based cell. Carbon human body is made out of carbon cells, which are darkness. They cannot hold light. They cannot receive light. That's why people think, and they think that we don't know what they think. Everybody thinking, nobody seeing in another, because we are coming from carbon-based consciousness, which is cage. I'm only in my mind, I'm thinking about, I'm assuming, I am only translating my own illusions and projecting this into the world. This is carbon consciousness, you know. Crystalline body is body of light, silicon-based body of light, you know. It holds light, it receives light. Light goes through. Everything around us is information. When you come in my presence, just in comment, you are releasing that energy. And if I am in crystalline consciousness, I can perceive not your words. but your energy behind it. And people think they can lie. People think they can pretend. People think they can say I love you, but they don't mean it. But Ascension is real. And many of us are here who feel what you are thinking. And maybe you are feeling what I'm thinking. I'm not the only one. There are many here. Ascension is real. You are becoming as Christ was. You are to know what they are thinking. You are to know what they are feeling. Nobody can lie to you. In crystalline bodies, we are transparent. I see you, you see me. I hope you see me, I see you. This is where we are going through. This is where we are going towards. Crystalline consciousness, everybody is crystal clear. And everything is known in the light. But how to get there, you know. Your whole body, your entire body is to change. Everything what is not aligned is to heal. And as it heals, you shall feel tremendous pain, terrible pain. And at that time, people are running to doctors. That time, people are running somewhere. And doctors are telling them you have cancer. Doctors are telling them you have this because they don't understand. They see the mutations, they see these things, they don't know what it is, they think it's cancer, but it's not. That's why doctors can really fuck you up. You know. Just now, I could not really walk these days, really. Ankles, because I always had some pain in ankles, and now they are setting and really everything is healing in my ankles. Anyway, I felt what is happening, and my beautiful Dana, she confirmed that my ankles are just healing. And now after, I could not really walk 3 days ago. It was really terrible for me to go to forest and everything. Now, everything okay. You know, I could go to doctor. Doctor will tell me you have some disease, your ankles will melt, you are this, you are that. I would believe this, and maybe I will create this reality for myself. You have to understand everything in your body, every part is to ascend, is to change the structure from carbon to crystalline. Everything what is not aligned is to align back. Our hips align, our ankles align, our knees align, our shoulders, our back, everything. That's why people are running so much to doctors. I have this terrible back pain now. I have this neck pain now. I have this, I have this. I have to go to doctor. And then you go to the doctor and they don't know nothing what is wrong, and they just scare you and tell you something because they don't know anything. And then you realize after, this is maybe your story also, in these years you have experienced some things and they came and they go and they were very terrible things. So I will tell you what happened to me 2012. I had no idea about that, what I'm speaking now to you. If I would knew, I would knew. One day I woke up with terrible headache here, back of the head and here, terrible, terrible headache. And I had a tick. I know I had a tick. But I have so many ticks. I had million ticks because I'm non-stop in the forest. You know. And I had a tick and the head was really hurting. Hurting so bad that it became unbearable. Back like it's swollen here, back swollen like it's growing. What the fuck? What is happening? Am I dying? I went to a specialist, to capital city, and he told me I got meningitis from the tick. He told me we have no cure. Here we give you painkillers, antibiotics won't help you. You are on the mercy, he said. You can survive with no problem, or you can die, or you can have serious issues after as reactions. So he told me, actually, we cannot help you. But the reality was that I had no meningitis. After when the specialist tests came back, they actually proven that I have antibodies in my body. I cannot get meningitis. I can get million ticks and nothing will happen to me. You know, and that first test when they did, they actually mistaken that antibody for the virus. You know, I had no meningitis. My head was growing like in Egypt. Now it's bigger here. I didn't have so big. Now I have here much bigger. You know, and that time, this was 3 months, such intense pain that I thought I'll die. But what was happening when I was healed, when this was over, I became wiser. I became focused. I had greater mind. And what was happening? What happened that time? My anxiety healed. My depression healed. All my mental issues, my psychosis healed. Everything was gone. I had such faith. I did my spiritual work. And this was the result. And doctor told me, you will die. And it's not easy. I was touching here back. Everything was hurting. Like painful. You know. And then they tell you, you have meningitis, you will die. And they can actually really scare you. You know, that you really believe this, but actually you have been blessed, so you become God. Your brain is upgrading. Your head is upgrading. It feels to me like I grown. Since 2012 till today, and I'm an old man, I'm 36 years old. I should not grow after 30. I stopped growing at 21. And this time I'm 3 centimeters taller. Feels to me like here I have extra bone and everything. So I know Ascension is real. They told me, you will die. I became superhuman. Genius. You have to believe. But that time I didn't know what it is. And I believed them. I was shaking. I'm so sensitive. I was shaking. I will die now. I will die. I didn't reach my enlightenment yet. I cannot die yet. What is this? I have to get free of this world. Then I can die. What is, you know? And I felt in my heart like source selling. Just relax. But I was in my mind. I was thinking I'm dying. But nothing happened. After 1 month, I got relief. When I got the real tests back, and they told me you have no meningitis. You have actually antibodies for meningitis. So what is with my head, I asked. We don't know. Why you're doctors if you don't know anything? They don't know anything. And I was amazed what is happening. I didn't really comprehend what is happening. Only after 2 years when I really got into Ascension and this, when I really got much knowledge about aliens, much knowledge about what is happening here. When I was almost enlightened, then I realized, my head was upgrading. Very nice. I got major activations before I even knew what is happening. Like that, when I awakened, when I lost 20 kgs, all my darkness, all my old body, all this shit was just melted down from me. I was like a skinny skeleton. I was innocent. I was just doing my spiritual work, focusing on source, focusing on love. I did not know what is going on. I did not know for any aliens. I did not know for Ascension movement, I did not know nothing. But I knew I had to work on myself, I have to heal myself, and I had to become one with God. This I knew. You know. So Ascension is real, you know. And I'm telling you this because I have experienced such tremendous pain and suffering in my body, and it was nothing. It was only Ascension symptoms. And if you go to doctors like I went, they can tell you they can tell you you're dying like they told me. But it is in dying that we are born in eternal life. You know? And when I accept that I'm to die of this headache, then next day I got the paper, you're not sick. And it got better. I actually got myself, because I didn't know what to do, I got myself 2 liters of colloidal silver, and I was drinking this for 2 months like crazy. It was good. I needed some purification, but it didn't help. Nothing for my head, because with my head nothing was wrong. My head was upgrading. Seriously. This was one symptom that is really extreme, and it may come after you, you know, and it will really hurt. It will be terrible, but after you will receive the mind of God, the brain of God. Like this. The second symptom that I had really such was my neck. And that was last year. Okay, I'm now jumping. I should go to my spine, because the spine was years ago. But okay, I will now go to my neck. But when my neck happened, I was teaching already here. I knew what was going on. But still, when I knew, still mind is a little afraid, still mind is dead. Some of you maybe had, because some reported this symptom also last year. Neck, my neck was in such pain that my mind thought there is something wrong with bones and this will not end good. If you look that time when I made videos, I was having my head down always. For 3 months I couldn't lift my head. And I was here strong and teaching and writing and suffering like anything for 3 months. It's tremendous pain here, like that, you know. It was so physical that I literally, when I meditated, I couldn't sun gaze. I couldn't lift, I couldn't hold my head for 3 seconds up. I just had to go down. And I was like this for months, you know. I felt what it is. It's Ascension symptom. Donna told me it's Ascension symptom. My mind was still little, because when you are in such tremendous pain, you know, mind is afraid, mind is telling you you are dying, mind is telling you something is very wrong, mind is telling you this. But I trusted deep inside my real self. I mean, I knew everything is to be okay. But mind had little power still, you know, and convincing. But I was living in my heart, and everything is okay. After it felt like I again grew for 1 centimeter, and I give you my word, there is one extra bone here. My neck longer. Yes. And after, my head is so strong now that I maybe can break something with my head. My neck is so strong like never in my life. So I'm making this video to prepare you what can follow. And if you go to doctor, if I never go to doctor with my neck, if I would go to doctor with such head walking like this, I don't know what they will tell me. And they will maybe send me to hospital to some examination and everything, and maybe I would die out of fear. I didn't go to doctor. I was actually not at the doctor for 5 years now. And I don't intend to go. I don't have insurance, but I feel I have to make insurance for some case, if something. But maybe it's blessing that I didn't have, because if I would have, I would run. Maybe also, but no. And I was actually sitting here with such pain and people telling, I have heart problem, I have this, and I was telling them this is Ascension symptom, and I was suffering like anything. Then I received new neck, powerful neck, and everything. And now I can really, like in old Egypt, my head, my neck, everything got upgraded. So like this. What is thing? Ah, yes. Heart. Heart can be, especially in this time. I saw on Facebook in this time around this Leo eclipse, many are reporting they have heart problem, many are running to doctor. Heart is very important. We have in old times, in old energy, we have received the shield on our heart that shields us from all this negativity and everything in this world. So we protected our innocent hearts. And now in Ascension movement, this shield is going off. Heart is opening. And when heart is opening, when heart is ascending, you feel like palpitation, you feel like arrhythmia, you feel like you having heart attack, you feel like even the left arm pain and everything, the symptoms can be like heart attack and many are going. But this is normal. Heart is also ascending, is also changing to super heart, the crystalline heart. All the chains that we have put on our heart to protect our heart in time now must come off. Heart must open. And if you crack open something, it will hurt. You know. So heart problems, I had them many, but my heart is strong. Now when something comes like this, I maybe a little bit in my mind is a little bit telling me something is wrong, but I live in my heart. I know everything is to be okay. And regardless how it hurts, I know after a few days, few weeks, everything is to be great. And I will receive new everything. We have to understand something. Everything in our body is to replace itself with new body. We are receiving new bodies. And there where we have problems, big problems, there great work has to be done, you know. And at that areas when we have great problems, it will be tremendous pain. But out of this pain, your new body grows, the new consciousness, your new being. You are becoming like Christ. My spine. I want to go in my spine. I had spina bifida, you know. This is one condition when there are holes in spine and spine is degenerating. It was terrible. For 1 week every month I was in bed with such back pain that I could not really go from the bed. You know, doctors were telling me, okay, but when you hit like 35, you will have serious problems. You will maybe need a stick. I need a stick now, bamboo stick like Bruce Lee. That's the stick I need now, no other stick. My back is iron now. That time I really prayed and I had such faith. I had such faith that time that a miracle happened. One day I waken up. This was 3 years ago. Oh, what is this? Everything beautiful. I could not believe. Like I felt my back is new. I felt I can do now things that I never could do. And I remember that time my grandmother was still alive 3 years ago. And every year when I was doing in garden, you know, when you have to turn around the soil and this, I was suffering like anything with my back. I couldn't do one row and I was, and that time I came to my grandmother, I told her, give me the shovel, I'll show you something. And I was like a bulldozer. All the garden was finished in 1 hour. I was amazed. No pain. Nothing. Like new. I say that time I had greater faith than now, because now when something is healing, it takes time. But that time was stop. You know, that time really source shown me what is the power of faith. I received new back. I'm still healing sciatica. It's going a little bit slowly, but it's almost healed. But that back healing, that was express. You know, I did stay some time in bed because of my sciatica now and like this, but never because of my back. After that, I never, my back never laid me in bed. And before it laid me always. So we have to understand ascension is real. Ascension is real. Everything is to heal. If we have faith. If we believe in our ascension process, in source, in our power of healing, more than we believe in these systems, in doctors, in disease. We believe we are sick, we have to be sick. If we believe in doctors, we have to, I don't know what. It's like when these things come, we can all be so smart. We can sing here, yes, everything is to heal. Yes, we are the angels. Yes, we are gods. Yes. But when something happens, then the reality strikes us. Oh, I will die. I have to go to doctor. I'm not like that. That's why I don't have insurance, maybe. I know in myself everything is to be okay, and in time everything is okay. If I would maybe believe everything, that doctors can help me. No. Only source can help me. Only white light can help me. Nothing else. And I take full shelter. And always, regardless how terrible it seems, it heals. It's real. It's real. Then things like my knees, because I was really training Kung Fu with little bit like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, he also didn't warm up good. He didn't do good things. So he broke his back. I was also so crazy. I was not doing things that I should do, stretching and like this. And I destroyed my knees also. And last year, I received new knees. You know, it was terrible pain. I could not really walk again for some time and like this. So what I'm trying to tell you, ascension is real. And everything is to heal. And everything is to upgrade from carbon-based human body to crystalline-based God body. You know. And every part, heart, every bone, every cell, everything within us is to change itself, is to transmute itself into the new, you know, into galactic human, crystalline human. And as it does, as it changes, as it heals, you have to feel tremendous pain. You have to suffer maybe. I did much. And everything what is in here in this body, everything is to heal, and everything is to ascend, and everything is to transform into crystalline form. You have to trust this. You should not say, I'm too old, I'm too sick, I'm that. Nothing will miraculously heal you. You will not miraculously ascend. You will not get miraculous these things. If I would not have faith, I would not receive these healings and these upgrades. I'm always like that. I'm not limited. I say to Source, whatever I think is the highest possible to me, let me achieve the higher, even that. Source knows what is the highest. I don't know anything. I just take full shelter that whatever is highest possible, highest physical ascension, highest spiritual, highest consciousness, highest things that I can receive, highest things that I can do, I accept that. I have no box where I limit myself. Things that I know that I perceive at that limit, I say if there is something more, let it be mine. Let it come to me. Let it embody me. In this way I know I'm not limiting myself. You should not limit yourself. That's why that prayer that I said before, you tell to the Source, not that you want to be that. Whatever is possible in my multidimensional self, in my ascension, for me, the highest. Let this become who I am. You know? Don't limit yourself with your beliefs, with your mind, with what you think is possible, with what you think that you can achieve, with what you think is the highest. No, that means empty your cup. Empty, I don't know anything. What is the highest for me possible? I accept that. The highest healing, the highest ascension, the highest plan, the highest mission, the highest dreams, the highest work, whatever is high. I say, Source, you know what is in my heart. I know because I am you. You know what I want. So let it be in this route. But I'm not fixed. I don't know anything. Whatever for me, from my divine nature, highest possible is, this is what I want for myself. Nothing less. I will not limit myself with my limited mind and my limited belief and everything. I accept what is the highest possible for me that Source knows. Do this. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. I don't limit myself. I limit myself only on the Source, and in Source is everything. But I not limit myself in my own ideas and everything. I may know something now, I may be something now, but I always say I don't know anything. I haven't even started yet. Like Bruce Lee had said, when I was just a beginner, I thought I'm master. I thought same 3 years ago when some kind of enlightenment, first stage I received. I thought I'm master of all masters. I'm king of kings. I know everything. This is like this. And after a year, I realized, oh, it's so much that I don't know. And now, I don't know anything. I don't know anything really. It's like sticking my little finger in the infinite ocean of the truth. What is this little finger? Nothing. This is enlightenment, is knowing how much you don't know. And from that, you know everything. Everything is known to you. So don't limit yourself. Say the affirmation, let I am become the highest version possible for me, that even I don't believe it is possible. I open myself for my highest possibility, for my highest healing, for my highest ascension, for the highest high, the highest. Like this. Don't limit yourself. You don't know what is highest for you. You know only your nature. You know only where direction to go. So keep it in that direction, but accept everything. What is possible. I've seen miracles done through me in these 3 years. And I swear whatever I'm to say now by Source, so help me God, this is the truth. We are to do greater things. I did greater things already that are not possible to do, but they were done through me. You know. One day I was walking in the forest, and then next to church on our lawn, when my grandmother was living, when I'm meditating next to the forest and next to the church, I'm meditating and I see, what is there? What is that? And there was a baby deer, foam coming from his mouth and shaking like that. You know, I was like, what can I do now? What can I do now? What can I do now? You know, I wanted to do some healing. I wanted to do that. Nothing helped. If I call the animal service, they will kill him. If I call the hunters, they will kill him. What can I do? I cannot do nothing, I said. And I was there next to church and the ringing bell. And I don't know. I just stood up. I put my hand like this. I said, in the name of Jesus, stand up and walk. What happened? The deer stand up, he ran. I couldn't even take a picture to brag myself here. It was just running there to the. Oh, I was like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do. I could not. I was doing this. Nothing helped. You know, this is real. Immediately jumped up and ran in a forest. And that time, really, when I came there, I was like, this is shit. This is what I'm doing. This is not moving anywhere. Why I'm doing this? What is this? And then I see, oh, now on top of this, I see a dying deer. Yeah, like I don't feel like shit enough. But then it was actually something. So it showed me my power. Hey, you're here to do greatest things. Look, this animal was cursed to die. Now it's living. And on a beautiful, my sister here, Catherine, this is because she has such faith, you know. This is because she has such faith. She broke her shoulder, but she's so humble. She actually helps me sometimes and like this. She never told me she broke her shoulder. I saw in her wall, I broke my shoulder with like a door slammed and broke her shoulder. And she was like, now I'm fucked for months like this. And I messaged her, hey Kat, come on, why you don't tell me I do healing on you every day until we heal this? Your faith heals you. She said, yes, I accept. I said, next time you tell me what is this? You know. Actually, my healing available. I will not speak. I will not tell you nothing. I don't need appointment. I don't need you to stay still. I don't need nothing. It's beyond time and space. You just need to say yes. But it's really, I'm living like this. I'm giving. I hope I'm open to donation according to your will, if anybody wants. But my work is free. But I feel we should honor the work and giving, receiving, and sharing and caring. So I'm free, anybody wants, but I'm open to free donation per your heart if anybody needs healing. In my PayPal, like, this is not my work, this is what I do. I take maybe 2-3 a week healings because I'm a writer, I'm a teacher. I do this what I do now. But I do some healings. And if somebody wants, they can message me and then they see and like this. And I'm open. I don't charge nothing, but I'm open to donation that people offer. I did not do this yet much. I heal always for free, but I'm thinking like this, you know, because it's not my primary work to be a healer. I do this by side, although I'm very powerful. But I know what I'm here to do. I'm here to teach. And like this. And what happened to Kat? She can confirm, you know. After 1 week, I message her, how are you? It's better. Hey, Purna, I'm driving a car. Everything is okay. Doctors don't know what's happening. There's nothing wrong anymore. Bone is healed. Everything is healed. I was like, oh, okay. Really source showing me my power. Hey. Believe you have. I told her, Kat, you have greater faith than I have. Give me your faith. You know? Like this. And sweet Amanda also, one night she messaged me, I twisted my ankle, I have to go to work tomorrow, I don't have insurance, I don't know what to do, send me healing. And next morning she said, I'm okay, I can walk, I can run. Amanda also, she can confirm. So Ascension is real. I'm now getting goosebumps when I speak this, when I remembering these things. Miracles that happened on me and miracles that happened through me. And sometimes I don't have faith. Sometimes I think that my ankle I will I don't know what like this. But I live in my heart there I know. You have to believe. You have to have faith. You have to take this ascension process seriously. Because I tell you, we are here to become just as Christ, just as Krishna, and do greater things just as Christ said. And I have seen greater things done through me already, which are impossible for science, for doctors to comprehend. I know doctors told me don't come here anymore, you know, because they cannot explain things that happen. Ascension is real. Everything what is in your body is to heal. Everything is to upgrade. You are becoming, like Bob Marley said, mighty God is a living man, living human being, living woman. And you are to do whatever has Christ done, whatever is in your body, whatever needs to heal. Everything is to heal. Everything. And you are to receive mind of God, heart of God, body of God. Everything is to heal in a body. You are to become God in divine human body. And you are to know it. I know it. I don't give a fuck anymore because God knows that I know. And this ascension process is real. And you are becoming that God, that goddess that in your reality, in your inner dream, you say that you are, but in your life you are acting like you are not. But this, what you remember, this is who you are. And whatever you remember that that being has done in past, this is what you are here to do and do greater things. And I have done greater things through me and greater things were done on me. So I have faith. I know this ascension process is real. This is the reality. But it is as much as a reality as much as we have faith, as much as we believe. If we are only watching, many are just watching the movie. Like in the evening, they turn on the TV and okay, we are amusing ourselves, entertainment. Many are taking ascension process just like that. Like entertainment, like some fantasy, like something, you know. But they don't believe that it's a reality. It's like when reality strikes, then they run to doctor, then they act like they are this world, and in that time it is really shown where they are. I made this video now and I spoke all these things to give you faith. And there are two persons who can confirm what I spoke, that these things happened. I didn't lie, I swear to God, I swear to source, whatever I have spoken now is true, so help me God, I can die. If I can die now and go to hell, if it's not true. Amen. These things happened. Just to show me that yes, I'm here to do greater things. And just for me to tell you now that yes, you are to do greater things and you have to believe in yourself. You are to receive miracles. You are to receive new body. Everything is to heal. You are to receive new mind, new heart. You are to become that divine being that you know you are as you remember in fullness and completion in your divine body. And you are to do greater things. You are to do miracles through you. Shall be done for sure. The only thing that I need to manifest now is abundant life. But I know why this is happening, because I was in past lives enlightened teachers and I was speaking against money when I was enlightened, and this is deep core. Now I have to. But okay. Many scriptures say, search for heavenly kingdom before, then search for riches. So I done it okay. I'm enlightened now. My kingdom is full of gold. Now I'm ready for the earthly gold so I can use it to tell this what I told you now to millions. I know I'm ready now, and I know I done all the steps, and now it's time to become great teacher in the world. And I bless you to become even greater. And I want to end this video with this. Believe in yourself. Take this ascension process seriously. Whatever is promising, whatever ascension process is promising, whatever your higher self is promising to you. Many speaking with their higher self, with God, and they have no faith. What is this? And some people, they don't have no connection, but they have such faith that they don't need nobody to tell them nothing. They believe, they have faith, and that's why they don't need that. You have to believe in yourself. You have to have great faith in our ascension process. You have to have great faith that everything is to heal, and you have to have faith that you are to do all the miracles that you in your dream can do. And you have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe that you are to do these greater things. You have to have faith that you are to ascend. You have to have faith that you are just like Christ and you are remembering. And you have to have faith that you will do greater things. I know who I am now, who I was years ago. Now it's getting a little bit scary because I'm feeling your thoughts. I'm feeling everything. People writing one comment, I get downloaded all their reality, all their traumas, everything in just one word they said. It's not easy. That's why I'm so sensitive, and that's why many comments that you maybe think why he is now elaborating so much and like this, disturbed by this. Somebody just told him one word. Because you don't know what I saw in that word. Their entire reality that I didn't want to see. And I responded to that. You are becoming just like God. God knows everything. You are to know everything. You are to feel everything. And they will maybe think you crazy, but no problem. Physically, spiritually, in consciousness, everything is to ascend. Ascension is real. And what it means that you and me and everyone has equal opportunity to become just as Christ or greater, to do things that Christ did or greater things. That's the reality. Christ consciousness, Krishna consciousness, ascension, whatever you call this. It's about you. It's about you coming back for the second time. I feel I'm back and I'm loving it. And I'm really finding myself in motivation now, in motivating others, in inspiring others, in teaching. And I really am in my purpose, regardless that I didn't succeed, regardless that I don't know how I will survive next month. But this I say every month, I am back. And you are back also. You have to remember that you are back. And if you see any light in me, if you have felt anything now, if you see any greatness in me, this is just reflection of your greatness, of your light, reminding you that this light, this greatness is within you, this power is within you. If you would not see this in me and perceive if this was not in you. So whoever said that I'm great, it is your greatness. Whoever said that I'm shining, it is your light that you see in me. Whoever say that I'm demon, it's your demons that you see in me, not mine. Like this. This is important. If you want to ascend, you have to bless people. When I see people, when I make video and somebody telling me this dude is too high to speak about love. I pray for that person. Oh, you will never ascend. You will never achieve your mission because you are blessing me not to do what I'm in my heart. And I tell them, I get a little bit fairy of attitude. I give them wisdom, but I tell them, I bless you so you may know yourself, so you may become enlightened. I pray for you. You know, may you do greater things. May you heal, because in this way I bless myself. If you are pointing finger at somebody, you are nothing, you are low, you should not do this, you are actually blessing yourself. If you're telling to somebody you are not enlightened, you are not a master, you are actually blessing yourself with that, what you don't want. That's why I'll tell you, it is your light that you see in me. You are greatest master that I am, because in this way I'm blessing myself to ascend more. You know, that's how it's done. To wish for others what you wish for yourself. You know, if I want to achieve my dreams, if I want to ascend, I have to bless you to ascend. I have to tell you you are a great master. I have to tell you you will do greater things. And that's what I'm doing in all my work. And in this way, I'm growing. In this way, I'm blessing. That's why we have to bless each other. We have to wish for others what we wish for ourselves. We tell to somebody, you should not do this, you are not worthy of this, you are nonsense. We are telling to ourselves. But if you tell to somebody, you are a master, you are a great, you are a light, you are doing great work, you are actually blessing yourself with this great work. If you tell to somebody, oh, you have ascended so far, you actually bless yourself to ascend so far. And this is how it's done. This is how it's done. Whatever I bless you with, I bless myself with. That's why I tell you that you are gods. I bless myself and you. And this is psychological, energetical way how we ascend. We wish for others what we wish for ourselves. We don't put others down. We put others up. And physical, important. Meditation. I know not everybody. Hey, I'm empath. I'm sensitive. My meditation is not really for me. It's something that I didn't want to do. It's something that on the beginning, when I'm sensitive, but when I go into it after 5 minutes, oh, I'm at home. I know it's not good to force yourself, but okay, I tell you, force yourself for 15 minutes at least. Find your own meditation. Find something that resonates with your heart. Meditate. Go deep within. This helps. Mother Nature. Spend time in Mother Nature. I'm every day 2 hours in Mother Nature. 1 hour in morning or something, meditation in Mother Nature. 1 hour in afternoon. I do this every day. It's important that we ground ourselves. We go barefoot on Mother Earth. I mean, we are receiving, we are ascending by our faith, by what we believe that we can, that ascension is real, and by blessing others, and giving love to others. This is how we ascend, but the physical process is also important. Meditation, you ground yourself, sit on the ground. If it's cold, if it's cold, I sit on the cut tree. I sit on that. You know, I don't know how this is trunk or how this is called. Even in my last video when I was doing in the nature, I could not remember what stump. In nature, like now in winter when it's cold, I go outside, I sit on a stump of a tree. And I meditate there, so I connect, I ground myself. Otherwise, when March hits, I'm barefoot, and I'm barefoot till October always. I don't know shoes for entire warm season. When it gets a little bit warmer, like 10 degrees Celsius, I don't wear shoes anymore. And until November, I don't wear shoes. It is important. If you can do at least 8 minutes every day, take your shoes off, go in Mother Nature. In this way, you release the old self and all what is not aligned in your body, everything you release. out. You purify yourself and you receive Mother's love. You ground your dreams, you ground your light body, and you are assisting Mother Earth. Actually, you are receiving light codes from above, which are half are for you, for your ascension, and half are for Mother Earth. That's why it's important that every day ground yourself in some way, you know. Somewhere you can find a spot where you can put your feet or your butt on the ground, and 8 minutes is necessary minimum every day for you to ground yourself. I do 2 hours or something like that. I'm a meditation freak. What is next thing that is important is sunlight. You get sunlight when it's possible. You get sunlight. Now is winter. I'm really hunting the sun because it's not always there, and I always really try when it is. I sun gaze. I sun gaze for 1 hour in noon. No problem. I can look at the sun like I look in you in the eyes. I haven't until I get bored. This is what I do, but this is not what you should do because I have 20 years of sun gazing behind me every day, and I came from 1 minute to infinite time. I can observe the sun. I can actually observe the sun in summer in noon with no problem. But this is not what I'm telling you to do. You will burn your eyes. I have long training with this. Go on the sun with your skin, your body, your face, like this. Receive the sun. If you can look at the sun as long as you can look until little pain appears, that's the limit. When just little discomfort appears in the eye, that time you should stop. I can watch for hours, but it's not. What is important is that you go on the sun, that you allow sunlight to shine on you. You receive the codes. You receive ascension codes, and you receive light. It is like corn who is growing in the shadow, is small, not developed. Sunlight is important. Sunlight is important. If you can get half an hour every day of sunlight so your body receives sunlight, this is perfect. The vitamin D gets formed on the skin, gets absorbed, and the light codes pour in you and like this. So to commune with Mother Earth and Father Sun is most important. And it's like meditation, this, and some exercise, yoga, whatever, running, whatever you like to do to move your body. Important. I have realized I have to take longer walks because I have here just few steps to the forest, and I just take few steps and I sit on the stump. But I'm realizing I should literally take a little bit because I'm doing yoga. I'm exercising much every day, 1 hour for sure, like Bruce Lee. But I'm not. I feel I'm not walking enough. I have to also like this. Exercise important, and self-care important. Self-care important. To give yourself as much as care as you give to others and not less, to be balanced like this. Love yourself as you love others. And anyway, the real recipe for ascension is love, true love. But we maybe don't know what love is. Or like this, unconditional love. That's so. I will not. I'm already long. I feel again more than 1 hour, like always. I always want to do, but now I accept it. I want to do half-hour video, then I speak 1 hour and a half, and I haven't told nothing. I just started, but it's enough. I also have to take care of myself. I have to a little bit slow down. I don't know how to slow down, and self-care is the important to ascend. Sleeping like this. And important is, if you want to ascend also, to be with people who love you, who inspire you, who motivate you, to be in good soil that gives you water, not in dry soil that dries you of people who don't give you water, just dry you up. And like this, you have to have good company who believes in you, who inspires you, who motivates you, and you have to let go of old. I could start another topic now, but okay, next time. I spoke enough. I feel this is one of the most important videos I ever made, and I love you. Ascension is real. Believe in yourself. I have received miracles through all my body, through my consciousness, through my mind. I should be dead now, or destroyed, or wretched, or whatever, or handicapped. But I'm like Bruce Lee now. And like Krishna, Jesus in my consciousness, in my body like Bruce Lee. I have never been so young, never been so wise, never been so happy, never been so shining. That's why I know Ascension is real, and you have to believe, you have to have faith, you have to take the Ascension seriously and do the work and really trust, and believe that Ascension is real, and ask for what is the highest for you. Ask for healing, ask for highest ascension, ask for but like I told you, when I asked, immediately my entire life collapsed and I could only go to India. My old life, just everything broken down. My girlfriend, everything broken, everything just like a domino falling. In few days everything folded, and I really had no other chance but to go after new, and I didn't know even what will happen. It was scary. Receiving so much love, so much activation, so much. And at the same time, the old life was crumbling. My family rejected me. Everything was like that. I lost everything I given the world that time. But I received my true self, who I am. Oh, I know Ascension is real. And I will not repeat myself now, things that I spoke before. Just have faith that Ascension is real, and that you are to do greatest thing, and that everything is to heal, and you are to heal everything. Have faith that you are becoming that divine being that you know you are, and you are to do all the greatest things that that being can do, and even greater. Open yourself, go out in nature, face the sun and say, I want to receive the highest what is possible for me, the highest timeline, highest ascension, highest embodiment, highest consciousness, highest dreams, highest everything what is possible for me. So it is. So it is. So it is. Ascension is real. And if I humbly ask if anybody resonates with this work, and if in their heart, by your free will, you want to offer a coin, you want to offer any donation, every single dollar is so much appreciated. I have no other income. I have nothing in this world. I have set myself like this. If I do or not, I am in this position. I can only succeed or nothing else. I have no other options in life. So like this. This is what I done. I always choose. I choose, I trust. Doesn't mean that mind is not shaking. So if anybody feels to support my work, I put my link, I will put in the comments. You are free, but I accept only what people give me freely from their heart, because I only give you that what I want to give you freely from the heart. If you want me to advise you in Messenger and like this, I will tell you, sorry, I have my own work to do, but there are others who will do that. So that's why I also receive only what is freely offered, because I'm doing that what I feel in my heart and nothing else. That's important point for Ascension, for doing what is in your heart and not what others want from you. In this way you ascend, because what is in your heart is what Source wants you to do. And if you do that, you expand your heart, you grow, you ascend. But if you do what others expect from you and it goes against your heart, that will make you contract into old self-sacrifice. Well, okay, I'm starting another topic now. Bless you. Ascension is real. May you all become gods. I love you. We all are one. Some of us have run a little faster, so we just may show you the light that you are, that is within you, and you in reality are. I always say to everybody, if I could heal my body, my mind, and I was so fucked up, then so can you. If I could come from wretched condition when I was doomed to damnation, to enlightenment, to a master, then anybody can, because I was in the worst conditions on all level, and I'm shining now in my greatest condition ever. Go like this. Have faith. Ascension is real. You are becoming, remembering that great being that you always were, magnificent divine being, to do greatest things for heaven and earth. Namaste. I love you. Namaste.